Hey my friends, I'm so glad you guys decided to join me for today's Bible story. Today our Bible story comes from the Bible in the book of Acts. And today our story is about a guy named Saul. And Saul was a really smart guy, and he was one of the religious leaders. Remember, we've talked about the religious leaders in the past. And so when Jesus came, Saul was kind of caught off guard, and the other leaders were very upset that Jesus claimed to be the Son of God. You see, Jesus had died on the cross, and his followers had said that he had returned to life, and that they'd actually seen him alive. But Saul found that to be unbelievable. He thought the disciples were lying. The other religious leaders and Saul tried really hard to get rid of all of the believers. So Saul went on a mission to hunt down and stop all of the believers from talking about Jesus. As he was traveling down the road on his way to Damascus, he was stopped by a bright, shining light. This light shined right down on him and stopped him in his tracks. That was a really bright light. You know what happens next? I think a voice from heaven started talking to Saul. I wonder if it sounded like...
Saul, why are you opposing me? I am the one you're opposing. Now get up and go to the city.
The men traveling with Saul stood there amazed by the voice from heaven. They couldn't even speak, and Saul couldn't see anymore. Saul thought he knew the truth, but then he came face to face with Jesus, a man he knew was dead, and now he could see that he was very much alive. Even though Saul could see, it was like he saw Jesus in a whole new light. And so here's our bottom line. Knowing Jesus can change the way we see everything. Now, chances are you're not going to be like Saul and have a flash of light and voice from heaven come and talk to you. But you know what? There's a lot of times God might try to nudge us and let us know, psst, you're heading in the wrong way. Turn around. Sometimes God can talk to us through godly people around us and great friends. Maybe we say an unkind word to somebody and a good friend corrects us and maybe encourages us to apologize. Or maybe we get really afraid and we're just going to sit there and be scared when we remember a Bible verse that tells us that we're not supposed to be afraid. And so how about you? I want you to think about this question. How does God try to get your attention? Have you seen God get your attention in the past? Maybe it's through a Bible verse or a song at church or a great friend or a teacher. There are many ways God can get our attention, but just like Saul, we have to be willing to hear God and then make a change in our lives and in our hearts. So let's talk about that with God. Dear God, thank you so much for sending Jesus. We love you and we really thank you for being in our lives. Lord, I want you to get our attention this week. Lord, show us through a song, a verse, or through a prayer or through a word that you are with us. We love you and we thank you for today. Amen. It was so great seeing you guys. I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Bye, guys.